Hey guys, so I just did a video, a short video, either in 10, which you'll either see in 1080p or 4K, talking about Sonic's New Worlds, and I thought I'd follow that up by giving another short video on its own to the story that was sent to me by Jacob Lee, just entitled Bonkers. And like I said in the live stream yesterday, this is actually a 91 page movie script, as he put it, a 91 page movie script that's an adaptation, movie adaptation of the original Bonkers storyline, which was entitled Going Bonkers, which was a 45 minute, well, actually about a 45 minute, I would say 45 to 50 minute movie pilot for the series back in 1993. It was kind of like basically there was some parts that were cut out, at least one or two, to kind of shorten it for time during its regular weekday run. Cycle. Being part of that running cycle, if you will, of episodic television shows. But anyway, Jacob Lee, he sent me this. He's known as NewJerseyArtist on Patreon. He sent me this, and basically, like I said, it's a movie adaptation of of the original story. Basically, you have you basically have a different kind of outlook, a different take on how Bonkers and his friends lost their job, and how he became a cop and everything. And the way it's done, I think, is very brilliant. Basically, like I said in the live stream, what NewJerseyArtist, aka Jacob, does is he kind of goes down a path that I kind of always, in my opinion, figured they could have gone down if they wanted to, that being Disney. And that is, after everybody in the original story, after everybody is captured by Mr. Doodles, who's a henchman for the pilot, for the villain of the pilot, the Collector. After Mr. Doodles, vacuums up, kidnaps most of Bonker's friends, the last two, before she ends up, suffering the same fate, that remain are Bonkers and Fawn. And basically, there was always this thought in my mind, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that thought about this, and that thought was basically, what if Fawn wasn't captured? What if Fawn stayed by Bonker's side, the whole time? Would she end up in the same situation as Bonkers, and that's becoming a cop? And that's always been an interesting question of asking, of like, what if, she wasn't captured? What if she was the only one that got away, stuck with Bonkers, and possibly by doing so got the opportunity to be a cop as well? And the other way, and what Jacob Lee, NewJerseyArtist, does here is, they take that opportunity to tell that story. They kind of take that opportunity to tell that story in their own unique way. And it's not just, with, Bonkers and Fawn, but it's, like who basically the cop that they encounter. And instead of it being Lucky Piquel, it's Miranda Wright, as originally intended when the show first got announced. That announced back in the early 90s that it was going to be happening. Miranda was the original intended human, police partner of Bonkers. So basically, NewJerseyArtist said, well, NewJerseyArtist, I'm guessing, decided to basically put her in this situation where she actually does become his partner right off the bat, in a situation similar to how he became Lucky Piquel's partner in the original pilot. Now, long story short, and again, I got to reread the story. Like I said, it's 91 pages. It takes time to read as well as reread. But it's definitely a story worth looking at, because what NewJerseyArtist does here is they basically take, they basically take the well, obviously you can tell that they take the inspiration of how they would picture a lot of studios doing adaptations of of original origin stories or pilots, and differ them from when they were originally first seen, or how they first originally introduced the character and their fellow characters to an audience. And like I said in the live stream, I definitely think that if he submitted this to Disney, he'd probably get it greenlit. He probably would. The only thing that I think that would have to be done to fully get it greenlit and allow it to go all the way through into pre-production and all that is he has to rephrase certain wording that gets used by the characters. He has to kind of remove or alter certain characters into original characters or into established Disney IPs, because there are some characters that show up in this that are not Disney IPs. And he would have to probably modify this, alter this a little, modify this or alter that, here and there. But I think with just a few tweaks and everything that I mentioned, I think honestly this could be something that Disney would be cool with, because if there's anything any movie studio likes to try out, and this is the honest truth, is movie adaptations of original stories based on some of the original work. And Bonkers is one of their own stories, one of their own original stories, inspired, created because of situations behind the scenes that didn't allow them to have one other character, that being Roger Rabbit. So Bonkers was the the end result, if you will. But basically, Disney is not above being one of those studios that likes to go that route, having a movie adaptation based on a character, especially the origin stories of how they came to be as a cop, especially if it does alter the story a little bit by adding a few elements in there that it originally didn't. In this case, Fawn joined along with Bonkers as being a cop as well, adding in the element it's not just Donald getting mugged by a mugger, but it's also Mickey and Minnie, and then then those muggers being part of something bigger down the line. So it's a really interesting take, and like I said, I believe Disney will greenlight it right off the bat if given the opportunity. But the thing is, all New Jersey artists would have to do is alter a few things, tweak some things and all that here and there, and this story would be good to go. There's no doubt, in my opinion, it would be good to go. So I would definitely try checking it out. I don't know if he's got it online or anything. I can ask him, but I would definitely check out this story, or check out other stories similar to it, like Bonkers 1999. That's a great story series. But yeah, again, just like with the Sonic's New World series, this is just an example of fans showing the love and appreciation for a franchise and for characters that they feel could have been utilized a lot more, or if they've been put in these kind of situations, especially if maybe a movie adaptation is based off them down the line, and it's done in a way that pretty much it's kind of very identical to how movie adaptations are, with some origin stories of original characters, and differing them or similar in them to how they were first told, if you will. But really, guys, just check out the Bonker script if he has it available. I'll check, and if he does, I'll put it in the description later on. But check it out if you can. It's definitely a good example of somebody showing, like I said, the love for franchise and characters to the point that they're willing to do 91 plus pages, movie script wise, for a possible movie adaptation of the original pilot. So check it out. Check that story out, guys, if you can. And that's all I'm going to say. So till next time, God bless. Take care. I'm out.